Hey, Lord of the Smart Rings here. To be fully upfront with you, I do not have Circular 2 yet, but I will tell you why. Wait for it. I've received quite a few questions about the new Circular model. No wonder Circular kicked off a solid hype wave and turned Kickstarter into a cash cow once again. In this video, we'll break down what Circular 2 promises, my experience with previous models, and whether I'd actually buy this ring as a regular human being. So let's get started. What is my experience so far? I have 3 circular rings at home. One Pro, which is with the button, hopefully you can see it, and 2 Slims, this is one of them. They all work, well, almost. One day they just stopped syncing with the cloud and the Circular app simply stopped showing any data. Customer support, the answer was it can be fixed. But hey, we'll give you a discount on Circular too. But then I tried pairing the rings with a new account and voila, they worked again. So the problem wasn't with the rings, it was apparently on their server. And technical support, with a bit of sarcasm, I'd say Circular tech support is like Mrs. Colombo, rumored to exist but no one ever actually seen her. Because the moment I tried pairing any of my circulars with a fresh account, boom, everything started working again. So it's pretty clear that Circular has shifted its focus to its new flagship, Circular 2. Circular 2, what does it promise? Circular 2 is for now the gold standard of marketing brochures, boasting 140 biometric features and most notably claiming first place when it comes to ECG. I think ECG is an interesting feature, but its marketing appeal still seems to outweigh any real-life benefit, at least for now. On paper, Circular 2 looks seriously impressive. Titanium design, wireless charging, heart rate tracking every 2 minutes, of course, heart rate variability, SpO2, body temperature, respiration rate, sleep stages, steps, calories, VO2 max, etc. And even menstruation and ovulation prediction for women. All of this is supposed to be available without any subscription. A classic jab at Oura ring, where you have to pay a monthly fee to unlock detailed or any metrics. What's also interesting, or rather concerning, is how Circular keeps playing the crowdfunding game. The way they do it doesn't sit well with me. For example, once they hit 1 million in funding, we, as the crowd, unlock size 5, like a heart unlocking features with cash. At 1.5 million, we just unlocked blood pressure. Yet another ambitious milestone no one has truly conquered so far. It's as if all that matters is hitting that number, the money, rather than actually developing a precise and useful solution. If Circular didn't already have 2 previous ring models behind it, I seriously think this was an obvious scam. So what next? Blood glucose monitoring, vibrations for a discrete alarm. I'm clearly not the only one joking about this. That said, it's worth pointing out that Circular 2 actually does not have vibration, even though customer support initially claimed it did. From my perspective, this is a huge step backward compared to the first generation. One of the original Circular's main selling points was the discrete vibrating alarm right on your finger, and now it's gone. It's not something the company highlight much in its marketing, but as a fan of the original idea, I found this really disappointing. One big win for the second generation is definitely the new charging system. The annoying little charging pins inside the original circular rings are finally gone. Circular 2 now charges wirelessly right inside the charging case. A small step for a ring, but giant leap for everyday convenience. What does the community say? As I've already hinted, Circular has a shadow trailing behind made up of frustrated users. There are plenty of reasons why many of them aren't exactly happy. Unfinished refunds, unresolved complaints, endless delays in delivery, and more. To his credit, the company's CEO, Amaury Kosman, posted a rather honest and thoughtful message on Reddit, admitting past mistakes and promising a new chapter. As for me, I'd like to believe him. The comments under his post were mostly skeptical, though new people did appreciate the honesty. But overall, the dominant vibe is distrust rooted in past experiences, frustration over delays in deliveries, complaints about inaccurate data, questionable build quality, and poor communication from support. What about Circular 2 and the competitions? Compared to the Oura Ring 4, still the best known smart ring on the market, Circular 2 does offer some advantages on paper. No monthly fee for one, and then there is the ECG, which Oura doesn't support at all. That said, Oura of course has a solid lead in terms of proven accuracy, years of algorithm tuning, and millions of rings already sold. When it comes to Ultrahuman, Air Circular 2 positions itself more as a medically accurate device. ECG promised blood pressure, while Ultrahuman leans more into performance optimization, metabolism tracking, and let's say biohacking style features. So, would I buy it? Sure, I get the hype, I get the FOMO. On paper, this really does look like a breakthrough in the world of smart rings. But we've seen promises like this before. And given Circular's history with more than a few unhappy users along the way, I am staying very cautious. For someone looking to buy their first or only smart ring, I'd say try something else for now, or at least wait a bit. Which brings me to another thing. Circular hasn't sent the Generation 2 to anyone for proper review, not even to me, the self-declared Lord of the Smart Rings. They're clearly keeping tight control over what gets out. The ring seems finished, so what are we waiting for? From where I'm standing, it looks like a very calculated marketing and business move. Milk the cow for as long as totally as possible. So far, they're only releasing what they want to use. Well played. Anyway, I did back the campaign, and once the ring arrives, I'm more than happy to be pleasantly surprised. But I have to admit, right now I am wrapped in a mix of skepticism and disappointment. Why? Because I used to be a big fan of Circular, and more precisely, of its original idea. A smart ring with vibrations and discrete alarm on your finger. But without vibrations, it's just not the same Circular I once fell in love with. Am I able to do this? So to sum it up, on paper Circular 2 looks impressive. but the brand still has a lot of trust to earn back. And the lack of vibrations, for me, that's clear step backwards, no matter how fancy the new features sound. And hey, if I came off a bit too sarcastic in this video, maybe I'm just setting the stage for a dramatic comeback and a glowing review of the best smart ring ever made. Cheers.